This is a Slab 4. Hope I don't have to do this too much where I get a backlog and then just all of a sudden decide, hey, here's everything that I meant to show you guys over the last 2-3 weeks, however long it's been. But here's a Slab 4. I don't know. I hope there's some worthwhile. If not, hey, don't watch it. You know? Have fun. Alright, it's been a few days. Got the gate open because I'm about to leave. It's been a few days since added anything on the Homer Cocktail 076 site. I got a spurt, I mentioned it a couple times, with the feedback loop, the piece I did. And besides that, it's just been trickling along. And along the lines of that piece with feedback loop, you can read certain things in without getting direct comments. And so far, if this side's just a trickle, the message from the public, the society out there, is, hey man, kick back. You know, no need to say hello every day and everything. And maybe if my music site gets about 350, 400, peaked at around 500 near my birthday last week. And once I get a few hundred a day for this 076 site, then it might be a little more important to have details and maybe take the camera. Actually, when I leave Phantom Studios right here, this Phantom Studios is what we call it. The old Phantom Studios used to be right over here. This is where all the more than 70 albums were made. A couple of movies. Anyway. And inside there, what we got going on is a process of... yesterday I emptied one of my hard drives onto... it's called a passport, I guess. Which is like a memory stick, except for it's 250 gigabytes. And now I'm doing the second of my third computers. And that's going to be done in a few hours as well. And it's making my thinking a little easier, ironically. Because sometimes, you know, okay, I got to take this file and transfer it from this computer and process it on that one because this program works here, and it gets weird. Especially, you know, when you have viruses and one thing works, the other thing doesn't work. But yeah, it's coming along. It's going all right. So you guys hang in there. Okay, let's see if the focus on this is a little blurry. I think the lens could use a little clean. Not sure. Habeas corpus. We're one of these times. Maybe now we'll talk about habeas corpus. I just got in right now. Engine's still running. Those are transcripts right there. They're sealed. See that? Uh-oh. Yeah, it's taking a little while to focus here. I guess the lens probably could be cleaned a little bit. And here's the school mascot. I just put that on. Right there. So I transferred to this private school from this community college. I was featured in some periodicals. One of my teachers asked me to interview on his behalf for tenure. And this school, humanities school, supposedly one of the Claremont colleges, turned on me 180, dude. I'm not saying everyone across the board, but I went to Venezuela when Chavez was being elected. Came back early. My mom was dying of emphysema. We had another death in the family around that time. I was enrolled in an art class and a history of laughter class. And this school is renowned for liberalism. One of my good buddies at the time, or at least, you know, within the recent year, a couple of them actually had dreadlocks. One was half Jewish, one was all Jewish. Didn't wash their hair, and that's how they were. Unusual behavior. Encouraged, okay? Self-expression. Someone at that school on the car had bathroom tiles. Okay, instead of paint, it had nothing but bathroom tiles on the whole car. I want to say it was a Volkswagen. And I was enrolled in an art class, and my mom was dying of emphysema. She eventually passed away 4 years later. She hung on for a while, but she was in the hospital at that time with a fucking tube in her throat and everything. And they're over there wanting me to write a 2-page essay about, you know, why it is that I'm having family constraints and everything. And man, they could suck a dick. That place could fucking suck a dick. They're on paper, they're very sensitive, you know, as far as what they say they're all about. And in practice, they turned out to be pretty much the opposite. There was a death in a host family the year before. It was a internship that I was involved in, and it's complicated. And then we had an agreement between me and the director of the program about what was going to be required for a verbal agreement for a class, for you know, because of unforeseen circumstance. And then, man, they didn't turn in the grades till 2 months after the required allotment, and then they went ahead and reneged on their agreement. And I'm trying to avoid that at school because they're psycho. They are psycho, you know? And it's real funny when you have them saying, no, you're psycho, and I'm over here, no, you're psycho, right? But one of my favorite bands is Guns N' Roses, or it has been. My sister's party with Steven Adler and Gilby Clarke, who supposedly was in a studio while they were recording this last Chinese Democracy album. You know, they were in San Diego, I guess. But yeah, it's bizarre. But I was in a band called Locomotive. You might have heard of it. At the Homer Cocktail, YouTube.com, Homer Cocktail. In this band called Locomotive, started with me and a couple of buddies, and then we added another buddy, and then one of my buddies passed away of liver failure on St. Patrick's Day a couple years ago. So now I'm Homer Cocktail. Now I do nothing but Homer Cocktail. You know, just, you know, different persona, different vibe and everything. But yeah, life moves on. And the song Locomotive has a lyric, we live and learn, and then sometimes it's best to walk away. And after spending years at that school, and the wind was in my back, I've mentioned another piece, or it felt like it. And then one day they decide, we have different plans for you. At a humanities school where, you know, they encourage, you know, for people thinking on their own. I'm like, you know what, man, you're not my slave owner, you know? They're crazy people. But we're gonna figure a different route out now. Okay? Maybe one of the other 5 Claremont colleges, or maybe a school on the East Coast. You know, we've yet to see on it. But I'll keep you in touch on that. But yeah, habeas corpus, that means trial without you physically present, and that started in the United States during the Civil War. And from what I understand, it never stopped. They still do that. And you're supposedly innocent until proven guilty in this country. Whereas Napoleonic Code, it's the opposite. Guilty till proven innocent. But once you're alleged, you know, or suspected, we all know what that means. Under investigation, you know. And so some of the ludicrous things from that school, one was that I wouldn't talk to teachers or students. And we agreed to that. No, we didn't agree to that. Why would I forfeit my constitutional right of free speech, my God-given right of free speech? That's a stupid thing, right? So you guys have a good time, and little by little, inch by inch, mile by mile, whatever it is, we'll get through this.